Hey, how's it going? I'm here in Colorado Springs, still at the U.S. Olympic Training Center, and I'm super happy because today is June 4th. Today marks 8 years on testosterone. So, yeah, today is my rebirth day or maniversary or whatever you want to call it. I don't call it really any of those, but I do celebrate it as a rather significant day for me because, and I mentioned a little bit in the past, but I went for many years of not wanting to celebrate my birthday, and I wouldn't tell people when my birthday was, not even the month. I didn't want people to know the day, and even the people that knew when my birthday was, I made them swear not to celebrate me in a very public way. I didn't want to be celebrated. I didn't think that I was worthy of celebration. I didn't think that other people should acknowledge me, and I didn't want them to see me, to be perfectly honest. So my starting testosterone day for me was a big day because it marked the beginning of my path of really feeling like I would see a reflection of myself in the way that I've always seen me. For so long I've felt the same way about myself, and the outside just didn't match up for other people. And so when people would interact with me, they weren't seeing me the way that I saw myself, and testosterone helped me to sort of align that vision. But if you look at my Instagram page at the Chris Mosier, you'll see my before and after pics are not that far off. So aside from having much better hair now, there were some slight changes, but it wasn't a huge transformation for me. It was just like the little things that made me more comfortable in my own skin. So I'm super grateful for that, for testosterone. But it wasn't a magic cure. So it wasn't like the first time that I did a shot, suddenly I felt significantly better about myself. It wasn't like my voice dropped overnight or people automatically started to call me sir or he. All those things took a long time. I think it was important for me to be realistic in knowing that things weren't going to change overnight. If you are not in a good mental space when you're starting testosterone, my biggest piece of advice would be to go and see someone, to go and get therapy, see a therapist, talk to someone, and work through some of those mental challenges that you're having about loving yourself, about existing in the world, and about dealing with challenges that you're facing in your everyday life. Because if your mental state isn't good, it doesn't matter what testosterone does to your body. You're still not going to be happy. And so, I thought it was the same thing with top surgery for me, that if you're not happy with yourself and the rest of your life, top surgery is not going to be the cure to all of your problems. And so just to be, my piece of advice is to be very realistic about that. What I've learned in 8 years of being on T is that it's still very hard to navigate the world as a trans person. And this is coming from someone who is a white trans man, so the experience is very different for trans women, for gender expansive people, for trans people of color, and many other intersections of identity within the trans community. But all of our experiences are valid, and even my experience was not 100% the whole way through and to this point, but the positives far outweigh the negatives. I can proudly stand here after 8 years of taking testosterone and say I truly love myself. And I love the person that I am. I love the person that I have evolved into being and have continued to evolve over time. And I have so much hope and happiness for the person that I will be tomorrow and the day after that. And so I think the coolest thing about the confidence that has come for me in knowing that other people have seen me as who I really am is that I can fully show up in spaces, be my authentic self, and just be happy. And I recognize that that is a real privilege, and I'm so grateful to have been on this path for 8 years, and continue to look forward to seeing how I change and evolve and how my mindset evolves. I'm just taking a moment today to reflect on what the last 8 years has brought for me, how blessed I've been both to be in an amazing relationship and have great friends and family in my life, but also the athletic journey that I've been able to take and how that's sort of put me in the public eye in some spaces and allowed me access to share my message of inclusion and respect in sports and in life, and to continue to advocate for LGBTQ people. So it's been a real blessing to have gained over time the confidence and self-respect and self-love that it's taken for me to do this. And I will catch you later.